Welcome back to the channel. It's caught me now finishing off a project here with a trestle table ball marks and tenant. Just got to do the final sanding, but this is not about the video. I've been tasked with a bit of like a scrap wood challenge, so I'll run the intro and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so scrap wood challenge time. I've been given a piece of pine, which I'm not sure what they used it for. It's got a chamfered edge on it, top and bottom, and I've got this piece of what I think is pine just by the weight, and it's got a cut end. It looks like a bit like pine. I think it is pine, to be honest with you. The size wise is we have the big block, for want of a better word, is 16 inches or 405 mil ish by 10 and an eighth, or just shy of 26 at 260 millimeter. And this piece, well, it's nearly 1 meter 160 or 45 3/4, and it's approximately 2.5 inch 2 3/4, so 70 mil by 65 ish mil. And I've been challenged basically to see what I can do with it. So I'm going to obviously there's a fair bit of machining here to do. I've got to get this cleaned up, which I'm not going to get the planer out at the moment. I'm just going to run it through the saw, see what it comes up like. If there's anything usable, it does look like that, but it's very, very light. Anyway, I'm going to run it through the saw. While I'm cleaning everything up, I'll have a think about what I'm going to be able to do. If you've got any suggestions as to what I'm doing, I know the video will have played by now, but please leave it in the comments. And yeah, let's crack on. Right, welcome back. Saw from the footage there that I've machined, I took the chamfer off this all the way round. It's easy enough. And I'm just rubbing this down because, to be honest with you, it's not scrap wood, it's crap wood. I don't know. I'm just trying to rub it down and see if it'll take it'll look like a bit of have a finish on it, and it doesn't seem too bad, so we'll persevere. So my thoughts are to make a stool, just a small stool, simple joinery, probably pocket hole joinery, because I think a lot of aspiring woodworkers would have pocket holes. And just going to make the legs and rails out of this. Okay, so I've got the material machined up for the legs. Just need 2 pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this into a sort of a you know, for grandkids, children, just jumping up and helping parents in the kitchen, etc. So I'm just going to raise it up about 7, it'll be, I suppose, total just shy 9-10 inches in height. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Does that make any sense to you about that? It doesn't make any sense there, no. So 250 mil tall. But yes, so the legs, you'll need 4 legs, as you wouldn't already know. Cuts at a 7-degree angle. That's at the end and at the top, opposing cuts. I'll just get that done, and then you've got an infill piece in the middle. So I'll catch you back here when I've machined them up, and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, there's our pieces. There's the legs, and there's the centres. Now what I mean by that is, make sure I get this the right way around. Put it like that, gives it a natural splay of 7 degrees, and you want 2 of those. So I'll need to sand these down just to clean the edges up, and then we'll get these glued and put into clamps. I realised I'd glued them up and didn't show you the process, which to be honest with you is quite straightforward. It looks a bit extreme that, but let's put that out of the way. So it's a simple fix, simple glue up. So we'll do the centre piece. Both sides. I'm not doing the fiasco I did last time with super glue, even though that would be quicker. If you haven't seen that video, I will leave a card somewhere for you to go and watch. You'll see the cock up all the mistakes you could call that I made. You need 2 blocks now, cut to the same 7 degrees, and I've not even got a clamp. And give this a squeeze. Just got to make sure that that doesn't want to wander. Like so. You see it there. So obviously these blocks will come off, and then you'll be left with that. If you do have anything changed in this, you can set your saw up and trim it off, or do it by hand plane and make them right. So that's done as well. Let them over there to dry. That's that done. So the top's done. This just needs a sanding, and then we'll just give it a round off. So we're not far away. What I'll do is I'll let them dry, and we'll easily finish this. I'll let them dry overnight because it is a bit cold here in the UK, so I'll let them dry overnight, and tomorrow we'll finish this off quite easily and get it finished. Well, good morning. You just see me then sanding this top down, and now it's been sanded down to 240 grit. I do have a hand pad for this, but I can't bloody find it. Right, so with that done, now I'm going to round over the corners. Find something simple to do that with, and we'll get it on the oscillating sander and get that done. So I'll get that set up and I'll see you shortly. If you're doing a round, you can buy all kinds of equipment. Just get your square, mark a line, mark another line. That's the outside of your curve. I've just got a pencil sharpener here. If I offer those up, let's just make sure I've got that right and you can see it. So there's one pencil mark, do it round, there's the other. Do that again. I think we can get you a bit further in. My place of meat out in the way. So there's one. Now you're in the way. There's 2, as you can see there. Okay, put the sharpener on that I'm using. Roll it out to the corner. To the mark, sorry, and just put your line in like that. So hopefully they look the same. They do look the same to me. I'll get them on the oscillating sander now. There you have it rounded over. It's quite nice that actually. So the job now is to ease these edges. Still got pencil marks to take off and that. And this is the top. So what I'm proposing to do is I've done videos showing how to do this, but I'm going to do it just for ease and speed with this. It's a palm router with I don't know, that's a 1/4 round over, but I'm going to use part of it. Hopefully that's set correctly. Always do a test. Got another piece of scrap wood. not enough. That's better. So we'll round this off now, and then we can get to final sanding it. So after that, it just transforms a piece of wood. Now there are some rough edges which I'm going to go over now with the orbital sander and take out what needs to be done. It down with by hand, because what a lot of people don't tell you when they're doing the videos is if you're using an orbital sander, I can only answer for these ones. I do have Makitas and stuff like that. These are great because they're cordless. It sometimes in pine leaves pigtail marks, like a little swirl, and I'm doing this by hand to try and negate any of those. I'm not saying I will, and if I do I will point them out to you. But I'm going to wax finish this. Again, our last video I tried a new wax which I was quite impressed with, and that table you saw me rubbing down at the beginning, that's going to get waxed as well. So let's just raise that up. Let's raise you up. There you go. So just to keep everything as you would like, you can buy these pads. I've got some somewhere. Sometimes you just can't beat with your hand. Okay, so these have had ample time to dry, so let's get them out of the clamps. Remove the support blocks. You can see there, get an idea. So on. Can I dress this up for you so you'll see what I'm going to see? Where's the top? There you go. Give you some idea like that. Now, obviously it's not proportioned at the moment, and I've got to put some rails in. So they've come out alright. So these need sanding. I'm going to get these all sanded up, and then we'll be ready for the rails, which I have already cut. So and we'll get on with some pocket hole joinery once they're all sanded down. See you shortly. So there you have it all sanded down now. It's sanded down up to 120 grit, just till I get the final where the pocket holes are going, and I can give it a complete sand. Now, got a question for you. What do you do when you sand? What do you listen to? Do you just have music in the background? I have a pair of headphones that double up as a ear defender and have music in. I just wondered what was there. Let us know in the comments what you use. Anyway, back to the job in hand. Now, in keeping with the excuse me, in keeping with the rounding off, I'm going to do the same with these with the router again to round it all off. So I don't really think whether you want to see that, but I may leave it in the footage. So as you can see there, it's rounded on one side. I'm going to do the other side as well, because you think about potential children picking this up, and we want to make sure that they don't catch the rams. So I'll crack on with that, and I'll bring you back in. Welcome back. Just breaking the edges of the feet. Hopefully you can remember what these looked like before they were all rounded over. And there you have the two done. Now unfortunately, my next dilemma is I don't know whether these are dimensionally too big. I don't know. How does that look? That doesn't look too bad. Or whether they're too bulky. What I'll do is I'm going to drill these out now with pocket screws. Once I'm happy with them, if they look proportionally correct, we'll get it all finished off. So we're here now, the pocket hole jig. Mine's a trend one, there are many out there, and it has a step drill. So I'm only putting one pocket hole in here. I'm going to put it into the centre, and to be honest with you, I can eye this in. They're not that difficult. That's locked into place, and I don't think you need to see it being drilled out. Like so. Not bad for a guess. And there's no pencil marks on there. I did guess it. So I've got the other side to do. Pocket hole screws. There are many videos where they'll show you to use, there's a Craig pocket hole jig, there's a trend as you've seen me use, and those suppliers will ask you or try and say you can only use their screws. Well, it's wrong. I've got a screw here. As long as your screw, and if I'm wrong here, please tell me, but as long as your screw has got a flat head or a flat base, raised, I know it's pan heads sort of screws, you'll have no problem. I always use these. I can buy a box for 200 for, I don't know, 15-20 quid, whereas the trend ones, I do have them, are like 30-40 quid, and you don't get as many screws. So, and plus you don't need a special bit, you can just use a normal drill bit as shown there. Okay. Put you down in a better position. Don't worry about the gap, that will be rectified. Does that look too cumbersome? What am I doing here? Let's have a look. There you are, like that. Let's move you around. I think it looks that bad. Don't get me wrong, it's not centralised yet, but I don't think that looks too bad. Back up there. I'll get that finished off. And there you have it. Little hop up, step up, whatever you want to call it, stool for a youngster. Finished off in a dark oak wax, made, as you saw at the beginning, scrap wood. It's got a protective coating on now, and it has been done on the underside as well, as you should do. As he says, as he's rubbing the excess off. The top itself was that piece of pine, which isn't too bad. I think that was an old joist from memory from what I was given. But this, the legs, a bit patchy in areas, but it's done. Now, proportion wise, I think it's okay. That might be look a little bit beefy, but it'll do the job, and it certainly will take my weight. If you want me to prove it, leave it in the comments and I'll do it on the next video. But yeah, if you've stuck it to the end, thank you. I'd like to thank all our subscribers, and we're climbing now. I think at the time of this video we're about 770, and I appreciate every one of you who took the time to watch, like, comment and subscribe. And again, if you think we deserve it, please carry on doing that, and I'll see you on the next one.